Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in this class we are going to discuss about first chapter of class 12, that is solid state chemistry. In the previous videos we have discussed about for packing efficiency of face centered lattice and simple cubic lattice. So now in this class we are going to discuss about packing efficiency of a body centered cubic lattice. As we know, a body centered cubic lattice has 8 atoms present in 8 corners of this body and 1 atom exactly at the center. So for deriving the packing efficiency of body centered, or to calculate the packing efficiency of a body centered cubic lattice, let us first draw the body centered structure. For that I am going to draw 3 atoms, one touching one another, 3 atoms which are linear to one another, touching each other in such a way that it forms a body diagonal of a unit cell. Okay, so if I consider 3 atoms, say these 3, so these 3 are touching one another, but it should be forming a body diagonal line. So for that, first we'll draw a front face of this atom. Okay, and now for this one, it has a center over here. So this will be the structure for a body centered BCC lattice. So in this we are considering three atoms, these 3, out of which the 2 atoms present at the terminal positions or at the points of front right side top corner and the backwards bottom left corner. So this one is on the back side, this one is on the front face. Okay, so if I draw a line from first atom to the last atom, third atom, it will form a body diagonal. Okay, so if we just name this A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. So we have body diagonal from A to F. So AF is our body diagonal. AF is our body diagonal. Okay, and then we need to draw one more diagonal, that is a face diagonal from D to F. So this line drawn is the face diagonal. DF is the face diagonal. So let us take body diagonal as B, body diagonal as C and face diagonal as B. Now let us start the derivation. For the derivation we need to first consider the number of lengths. So let the edge length of this unit cell, B is equal to A, edge length BA, and radius of each atom present, let us take it as R. Okay, so from the figure we need to draw, or we need to calculate the values of C and B. For that, first we'll consider triangle D, C and F. Okay, from the triangle DCF, we know that angle C is 90 degree. Therefore, if you take the Pythagoras theorem for that, we get DF square is equal to DC square plus CF square. So we know the DF value, that is B square, and for the DC and CF value, these are the edge length, right? So we have taken the unit cell of cube, therefore all the sides of the cube will be similar. So that will be A square plus A square. Therefore B square will be equal to 2A square and B will be equal to square root of 2 into A. Let us consider this as equation 1. Now for the second point, that is to calculate the value of C, consider the triangle A, D and F. From triangle A, D and F, angle D is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, we can calculate it as AF square is equal to AD square plus DF square. As we know the value of DF, that is B square will be 2A square. Substituting those values, we know just AF will be equal to C, right? C square will be equal to AD square. AD square is A square plus 2A square, that gives us 3A square. Therefore our value of C will be square root of 3 into A. Let us consider this as equation 2. Now, for knowing the exact value of C, in the previous FCC lattice, we have discovered that if we take a phase diagonal having 3 atoms on the phases, so that value will be 4R. Similarly, if you take these 3 atoms which are on the diagonals A to F, we get values from A to E. So from this point it is 1R, this is the diameter of the sphere 2R, and this is 1R. So totally there will be 4R. That is, value of C will be equal to 4R. So substituting that value in this equation 2, so we know the value of C will be 4R. Substituting that value on C, we get 4R is equal to square root of 3 into A. So what we have to do is, we need to find the value of A as we have done in the previous examples. So for A is equal to 4 by root 3 into R. So let us consider this as our equation 3. Okay, so let us take that as equation 3. Now for the constants which you have to know for this complete diagram, so the total number of atoms in BCC is 2 atoms, as we have discussed in the previous classes. So total number of atoms in BCC will be 2 atoms. Now for the packing efficiency PE is equal to number of atoms into volume of each atom into 100 whole divided by volume of the unit cell. So for that, now substituting those values, we get number of atoms is 2, volume of each atom will be, as we have discussed earlier, that will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube into 100 divided by volume of a unit cell. This is a unit cell of edge length A. So volume will be, this is a unit cell of, now for the volume of unit cell, this is a unit cell of length A. Therefore the cube volume will be A cube. Okay. So now substitute the value of A cube, that is A, from the equation 3. We get 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into 100 multiplied by 1 divided by A cube is 4R by root cube, that will be 4R the whole cube divided by 3 to the power 3 by 2. So this we have discussed. So 3 to the power 3 by 2 we have discussed in the previous FCC lattice also. So how are we going to take that as? So if you take root 3 is, that is nothing but root 3 to the power 1 by 2. Cubing of 3 to the power 1 by 2 will be 3 to the power 3 by 2. Okay. So now simplifying those values, what we get is r cube and r cube get cancelled. So left will be 8 into pi into 100 divided by 3 into 4 cube is 64 divided by 3 to the power 3 by 2 can be written as 3 into root 3. 3 into root 3. So 1 3s are 3 1s are. Next 8 1s are 8 8s are. Further, if you calculate all these values, substituting those 8 into 1 by root 3 and all, so we get 68% as our final answer. That is, the packing efficiency of a body centered cubic lattice is 68%. So how are we going to do that is, first we will draw the diagram for that unit cell of BCC. It has 3 atoms. Now we are considering 3 atoms present on the body diagonal from A to F. So here we are considering the body diagonal as term C, and there will be a phase diagonal term DF which is taken as B, and C will be equal to 4R, that is 1R from the half atom, the other R from the other atom, and a diameter of 2R. So totally C will be equal to 4R, and number of atoms in this body cell in a complete manner will be 2, that is 8 atoms present in the 8 corners. Share of each unit cell will be 1 by 8. So therefore that gives us 2 atoms with 1 atom exactly at the center. Next is, if we consider the edge length as A, radius of each atom as R, and from the triangle D, C and F with angle C being 90 degree, we can calculate the values of DF by Pythagoras theorem, that is B square is equal to 2A square. Using that B square value in the triangle of ADF to find AF square, we get C is equal to root 3 into A. And we know the value of C, that is 4R. Substituting that value, we get the value of A, that is 4 by root 3 into R. And writing down the packing efficiency formula, PE is equal to number of atoms into volume of each atom into 100 divided by volume of the unit cell. So for that, 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into 100 divided by A cube. Substituting the value of A from equation 3, on calculating all those terms, we get final answer 68%. So that is, the packing efficiency of a BCC lattice will always be 68%. We are going to discuss about how to calculate the density of a unit cell. To calculate the density of a unit cell, first we need to know some certain topics. So we'll discuss that first. So density of a unit cell. So if you draw a unit cell such as like this, so let us say now this is our unit cell. So if you observe over here, it's just a diagram of imagination. So this is not an exact cube. So the cube forms only when if there are atoms present in it. So that is, if we have atoms present at the corners, then we call it a primitive unit cell. If we have atoms at the corners and at the body center, we call them BCC. If we have atoms present at the corners and on the center of the faces, we call it FCC, etc. So a unit cell carries some mass provided there is atoms present at its certain positions. So therefore, the density of a unit cell is clearly because of the atoms present over there. If there are more atoms, then it carries more density. If it has less atoms, it can carry less density. And also those density values may depend upon the mass of the atom or volume of type, or depending upon the atom's mass or type of structure it is forming. If it has a FCC, it may have 74% of volume consumption, as we have discussed, like packing efficiency, etc. So therefore, a density of a unit cell, if you have to calculate the density of a unit cell, first we need to know about certain terms such as mass of a unit cell. First, we need to know about the mass of unit cell. So what is this mass of a unit cell? Mass of a unit cell is said as mass of each atom into the complete mass of a unit cell. Okay, mass of each atom into number of atoms present. So mass of a unit cell is number of atoms present in it, multiplied by total number of mass of each atom, multiplied by mass of each atom. So mass of a unit cell can be taken as number of atoms present in it into mass of each atom. So if you write down the terms for that, mass, number of atoms, let us take it as Z or Z, and mass of each atom will be small m. Mass of each atom will be small m. So this mass of each atom is not a mass of molecule. Since it is a mass of each atom, we have to consider molar mass concepts also. Therefore, mass of an atom is equal to molar mass divided by Avogadro number Na. So mass of each atom can be taken as molar mass divided by Avogadro number Na. Now, a density depends upon two terms, right? Density can be depending upon two terms. One is mass by volume. Mass by volume. Density depends upon mass and volume. So if we divide mass by volume, we get the density of the given term. Now we have known the mass of that unit cell. For volume of the unit cell, as we know, a cubic unit cell, we consider the edge length as A, right? So volume of that unit cell will be A cube. So writing down those terms, so mass of a unit cell is Z into M, and further we know M is equal to molar mass by Na. So therefore substituting that value, Z by A cube into molar mass as capital M divided by Avogadro number Na. So if we have to calculate the density of a given unit cell, it is given by the formula density D is equal to Z into M divided by A cube into Avogadro number Na. That is, if we know the four factors of density, that are how is the structure formed, like if it is a nature of the structure form, like if it is a FCC, it has number of atoms as 4. If it has a BCC, the number of atoms will be 2. If it is a simple lattice, the number of atoms will be 1. And molar mass, that is known by the element. If we have certain element, each of the element have different molar masses, and Avogadro number will be 6.023 into 10 power 23, and A cube, the edge length A, varies for certain atoms, as we have known for the previous class also. Solid structures edge length will be different for different number of atoms, different types of atoms. So let us say, for example, if we consider closing atom forming an SEC, an edge cell of simple lattice, so it will be having size of bigger atom. So if it is forming an FCC, it should have one atoms each at the corner and one atom exactly at the center, so that all of those should be touching each other. It cannot be overlapping one over the other. So therefore it has to form a bigger unit cell. Whereas in case of smaller atoms, it has to form smaller unit cell, which gives the point of small edge length. Okay, so all these four terms is specific for all these three terms are specific for specific elements, whereas Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 power 23 will be a constant. So if we know these three terms of a given unit cell, we can directly calculate the density of a unit cell. Okay, so this is about unit cell concept. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, please comment down below, and like, share and subscribe my channel in order to get more videos or updates regarding new topics. Thank you.